Hello students, this is Nirmalendu Nirmal. Today we are going to continue the same chapter SCF and LCM, and this is the part 4 of the chapter. In the previous sessions we have learnt many things like prime number, composite number, factors, etc. And today we are going to start the topic highest common factor. Highest common factor. Highest means here the greatest, and common we know the meaning of common. Even then through example we'll understand the meaning of common here. And factor, already we have learned that exact divisors which can divide the given number. So let's start. Actually HCF stands for highest common factor. Okay, highest common factor is written as HCF also. It is the abbreviation. And the HCF of two or more given numbers. Oh, here something is missing. Given will be okay, two or more given numbers. The HCF of two or more given numbers is the greatest number that completely divides each of the given number. What is HCF? Actually HCF of two or more than two numbers is that number, the greatest number which can divide the given numbers. Like if we'll talk about the number 18 and 24. Okay, two numbers have been given here, that 18 and 24. Then which numbers can divide 18 and 24? Many numbers can divide, like 1 can divide 18 and 24 both, 2 can divide 18 and 24 both, and 3 can divide 18 and 24 both the numbers, but 4 can divide only 24, not 18. So we will not write 4 here. So we will write those numbers which can divide both the numbers. Okay, so 1 2 3, after that which number will come? 6, and then 5 6 7 8, these numbers will not come. So now this much only. Okay, these numbers are there, 1 2 3 and 6. These four numbers can divide 18 and 24 completely. So what is the HCF? Actually HCF is the greatest number which can divide both the numbers, and here the greatest number which can divide is 6. It means the HCF of 18 and 24 is what? 6. Okay, highest common factor 6 is there. So I hope that you understood. HCF is the number, the greatest number which can divide two or more than two given numbers. So here one more example is there, that HCF of 16, 24 and 32 is 8. Okay, the HCF of three numbers. Which numbers? 16, 24 and 32. So which number is the greatest number which can divide all these three numbers? And that is 88. So this is the greatest number which can divide all these three numbers. Greatest number. Okay, if we will talk simply about the numbers, then many numbers are there. 1 also can divide all the numbers, 2 also can divide all the numbers, 4 also can divide all the numbers, but here we are talking about the greatest number which can divide the given numbers, and that is 8 here. So 8 will be the HCF of 16, 24 and 32. Now methods of finding HCF. How to find the HCF of the given numbers? Okay, HCF of two numbers or HCF of more than two numbers. So there are various ways, many ways to find out the HCF of the given numbers, and these methods are like common factor. Okay, common factor method. First method is there, that how to find. Then using common factor method we can find out. And then second method is prime factor method, and third one is the division method. So all these three methods we'll learn one by one. First one is the common factor method. What do we do in this to find out the HCF? At first we'll find the possible factors of each given numbers. Okay, whichever numbers will be given, we will find out the factors of those numbers. Like example, we'll understand through the example. Suppose that we have to find out the HCF of 36 and 48. 36 and 48, then we'll write the factors of 36 and the factors of 48 one by one. So factors of 36 we have written here, that 1 2 3 4 6 9 12 18 and 36. So all the factors of 36 have been written here. Similarly, we'll write the factors of 48 also. Okay, factors of 36 we have written, and now factors of 48. So factors of 48 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 16, 24 and 48. These are the factors of 48. Now, how to find out the SCF? So what will you do? First step was there, that find all the possible factors of the given number. So we have got the all the possible factors of the given number. Now second step is there, that from the factors obtained in step 1, select the common factors. Now we will select the common factors from here. Common means the factor which is present in both. Okay, that is common. What is the meaning of common? Which is present in two or more than two. That is known as the common. In the daily life also we use the common word, that what is common in you and your friend. So many options may be there, many things may be common in you and your friend, like that you are studious and your friend is also studious. Okay, then this is common thing. So whatever is similar in two or more than two, then that is known as common. I hope that you have understood the meaning of common. So here we will see that which factors are common. Okay, we have written the factors of 36 and 48. Now we see the common factors, means the factors which are present in both. So here we can see that 1 is the factor of both the numbers. It means 1 is the common factor. So we will write here what? That factors that are common to 36 and 48 are 1. Okay, at first we will write 1. Then again we will check, is there any more common factor? So we will see that 2 is also the factor of both. 2 is the factor of 36, 2 is the factor of 48 both. It means 2 is the common factor here. So again we will write 2. So 1 and 2 we have written. Now again we will check that whether more numbers are there which is present in both. So we'll see that yes, 4 is there. So 4 is also the common factor. Like this we'll see that many numbers are common factors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, so 5 factors are there which are common factors of 36 and 48. And after that no factor is there common, like 9 is the factor of 36 only, not of 48. 12 is the factor of 36 only. Sorry, 12 is also there. 12 is also the common factor, so we will add 12 also. I missed it. So 12 is the common factor because it is the factor of 36 as well as of 48 also. So these are the common factors. Except these, none of the factor is common to 36 and 48. So we have got the common factors. So this method is known as the common factor method. And here what will we do? Actually here that these many we have got. So we have got the common factor only, but we have to find the SCF. What have we to find? SCF. So among the common factors we will see that which one is the greatest number. So here we will see that 12 is the greatest. Okay, among the common factors we will find the greatest one. Okay, so here the greatest one is 12. So greatest factor is there. The greatest common factor is the HCF. Okay, so here we will add that HCF of the given numbers 36 and 48 is equal to 12. Okay, highest common factor will be the what? HCF. So here common factor we have got, and among the common factor which one is highest? 12 is highest. So we have got the highest common factor, that is 12. So this was the common factor method, that we have just written the factors, then we have got the common factors, and then among the common factors highest one we have taken, and that highest factor among the common factor is the highest common factor. By the name only it is clear. So like this we can find out the SCF. Now second method, okay, few examples are given, you will find out this, that we have to find the highest common factor using the common factor method. Okay, so first question is there, 18, 27, 36. What will we do? We will find the factors of 18, factors of 27 and factors of 36, and then we will find the common factors. So 1 is the factor of each, Okay, 1 1 1 1 is the factor of 18, factor of 27, factor of 36. Now 3 is the what factor of each and every one. So 3 3 3, we can see that 3 is the factor of 18, 27 and 36 all. Okay, 2 is the factor of 18 and 36 only. 2 is not the factor of 27, so 2 will not be the common factor of all. Okay, common factor, it means that should be the factor of each and every number, but here this is the factor of only two numbers, not this number. Okay, so this 2 will not be. So 3 is the common factor we have got, and after that what 9 is the common factor, because you can see 9 is the factor of 18, 9 is the factor of 27 and 9 is the factor of 36. So these are the common factors, and among these 9 is the highest, so it will be the highest common factor. So like this we will find out the highest common factor. This method is the common factor method. Now here one thing is there, important thing, that 1 is the greatest number that divides each of this completely. Here you will find that what is there, that 1 is the greatest number that divides 16, 32 and 49. Means this is the greatest number, means only 1 is there that can divide all these three numbers, means 1 is the only common factor of all these three numbers. If you will add the common factor of 16, all the factors of 16, the factors of 32 and factors of 49, and you will try to find the common factor, then you will get only one factor, that is 1. Okay, so this is the SCF of 16, 32 and 49. You can check, you will find out the SCF of 16, 32 and 49, then you will get 1. It means 1 is the highest number or greatest number which can divide these three numbers. So like this, many what groups are there of the number whose common factor is 1. Now prime factor method, we'll learn prime factor method, that how to find the SCF using this method. So first step, what will do, split each given number into its prime factors. Okay, the factor which is prime number also, that is known as the prime factor. So at first we will write the prime factors of the numbers, like here if the example is there that find the SCF of 15 and 25, then what will do, that just we will expand, we will split the numbers in the form of prime factors. So here prime factors of 15 are 5 and 3. What? 5 and 3. Okay, the prime factors of 15 is 1, 3, 5 and 15, 4 are there, but among these 2 are prime numbers. So prime factors of 15 are 5 and 3. So in the form of prime factors we can write 15 is equal to 5 into 3, and like that the prime factor of 25 is 5 only. 25, then what will we get, what it can be divided by 1. Okay, let me write 25 can be divided by 1, 5 and 25. So among these 5 is the prime factor. So in the form of prime factor, how will you write, in the term of prime factor, 25 is equal to 5 into 5. So the first step we have done, that we have written the number in the form of prime factors. Now the second step is there, that select the common prime factors. Now we will select the common prime factors. Here we can see that 5 is the prime factor of 15 and 25 also. It means the 5 is the common prime factor. So common prime factor we have got, the second step we have done. Now the third step is there, that multiply the prime factors obtained in step 2. Now we will multiply the common prime factor, but here we have got only one, so no need to multiply. If we will get more than 2 prime factors, then we would multiply here, but here only one common prime factor is there, so that is the answer only, that will be the SCF. If more than 2 prime factors will get, then we will multiply here. Another example is there, that we have to find the SCF of 24, 12, 36 and 60. Then at first we will just write all the numbers in the term of what, prime factors. We will just split the numbers into prime factors. So 24 is equal to, we have written 2 into 2 into 2 into 3, like this. 12 is equal to 2 into 2 into 3. So all are prime numbers only. Now okay, we have used the prime numbers. In the terms of prime numbers we have written all the numbers. Got it? Now what will you do that we will take the common prime factors. The second step is to take the common prime factors. If you see, then common prime factors are at first 2. Okay, you see 2, 1 2 will take 2 2 2 and 2, so we will write 2. Again you see more are there, again 2 2 2 2, again 2 is common, so again we will write 2. Now we will see that 3 3 3 and 3, so we will add 3. Now no factor is there now which is common to each and every number. No, 2 is here, the factor of 20, but it is not available now in this. And 5 is the factor of 16, but not of these. So we will take the common factors to each and every number. So we have got these numbers are the common prime factors. Now we will multiply it. So 2 2 is 4, 3 is 12. So 12 we have got. First step that will split the numbers in the term of prime factors. After that we will take the common prime factors and we will multiply the common factors. And whatever product we will get, actually that is the SCF. So here we have got the SCF 12. So SCF we have got 12. So I hope that you understood. If you not understood, then repeat the video and watch again, you will understand. So any two numbers that do not have common prime factor are called co-prime numbers. Means any two numbers that do not have common prime factor, that is known as co-prime number. Like if I'll talk about that the numbers what 4 and 5. Okay, 4 and 5, if we add the common factor, okay, common factors of these what common prime factors, then the prime factor of 4 is 2. Okay, and the prime factor of 5 is 5 only. Okay, factors are more, factors of 4 are 1 2 and 4, but here we are talking about the prime factors. So prime factor of 4 is 4, prime factor of 5 is 5, so nothing is common here. If no prime factor is common, okay, then both the numbers are called co-prime numbers. So 4 and 5 both are known as the co-prime numbers. Okay, again let me repeat that if okay, any two numbers that do not have common prime factor, okay, which do not have common prime factor, then the numbers are known as prime numbers, sorry, co-prime numbers. What? Co-prime numbers. So here some examples are there of co-prime numbers like 39 175. Okay, it has been splitted into the prime factors, and the common it means we can see that no prime factor is common here. 313 and here 557 means no prime factor is common to 39 and 175. It means both the numbers are co-prime numbers. I hope that you understood. The SCF of co-prime number is always 1. When two co-prime numbers are given, then their SCF will be 1 only, because 1 is the highest number which can divide both the numbers. You can check. Okay, both the numbers will be divided by 1 only. Okay, now division method, you must be knowing this method. Even then let me explain that. First thing, what will you do, that divide the greater number by the smaller number. If two numbers are given, then we will divide the bigger number from the smaller number. Through example we will understand here. Suppose that we have to find the SCF of 36 and 60, then we will divide 60 by 36. We will divide bigger number by smaller, it means 60 will be divided by 36. And after that second step, by the remainder division in the step 1, divide the smaller number. Here we have divided first step, what was there, that we will divide the bigger number from the smaller number. So we have divided, and one time we have divided, and 36 and remainder is 24. So second step, first step we have done that, we have divided the bigger number from the smaller number. Now second step, what will you do, that we will divide the smaller number from the remainder. By the remainder we will divide. So remainder here we have got 24. Now from 24 we will divide by 24, we will divide 36. Okay, so here 24, okay, 36 will be divided by 24, then it will be divided in one time, so 24, so remainder will be left 12. 12 is the remainder. again what we'll do, again this number, from which number we were dividing last time, 24. So again 24 will be divided by the remainder. So like this we will keep on dividing by the remainder again and again, until and unless we get the 0 as the remainder. So here we have seen that after dividing by 12, okay, we have got the remainder 0. So at last whichever number was there which divided the number and we got the remainder 0, that last divisor is known as the SCF. So here last divisor is 12. So 12 is the SCF. I hope that you understood that you will keep on dividing by the remainder, okay, again and again until we get the remainder 0. And when we get the remainder 0, then whatever divisor was there that time, and that will be the highest common factor. So I hope that you understood. So it is very simple. So few examples are there. Suppose the 3 numbers will be given, then what will you do? Here only 2 numbers were there, we did, but 3 numbers will be there, then no problem. What will you do? At first we will find the SCF of 2 numbers. Okay, suppose that 3 numbers have been given here, 18, 24 and 32. So at first we will find the SCF of 2 numbers, then we will divide, okay, bigger number from the smaller number. Then here we have got the remainder 6, again by the remainder we will divide the smaller number, then 18. So it has been divided because we have got 0 here. So now SCF of 18 and 24 will be what will be 6, because 6 has by 6 we have divided, then we have got the remainder 0. So 6 is the SCF of 18 and 24. What we have got? SCF of 18 and 24 is 6. Now from the SCF of 2 numbers, we will divide the third number. Okay, what is the process? The first step is there, that we will find the SCF of first 2 numbers. Okay, so we have got the SCF of first 2 numbers, that is 6, and by the SCF of first 2 numbers we will divide the third number. So now we will divide 32 by 6. Okay, we will divide 32 by 6 and we will follow the same steps as we do to find the SCF of 2 numbers. So we divide 32 by 6, then 6 5 are 30, then we have got the remainder 2. So remainder we have not got 0, we have got 2. So again by 2 we will divide. Okay, by 2 we will divide the this divisor, it will be put here, then by 2 we will divide, okay, this number by 2 we will divide, then we will get 3 times it will be divided, 2 3 are 6. Now we have got the remainder 0. So when we got the remainder 0, that time what was the divisor? 2 was the divisor that time. When we got the remainder 2, it means this is the SCF. Of these 3 numbers. Okay, so we have got the SCF of 32 and 6 is 2. So at last whatever SCF you have got, that is the SCF of all those numbers. So SCF of the given number 16, 24 and 32 is 2. So I hope that you understood. Even then let me repeat once, that if 3 numbers are given and we have to find the SCF of 3 numbers, then at first we will find the SCF of 2 numbers. Okay, and whatever SCF we will get, then again we will find the SCF of last number and the SCF of first 2 numbers. So that will be the answer. Whatever at last we will get, that will be the answer. So like this we can find the SCF of 2 or more than 2 numbers. So now it is the homework time. I hope that you have understood all the methods of finding SCF. If any problem is there, then you can repeat the video, you will understand in a better way. So now wait, your homework time is there. What homework home assignment? What will you do? You will solve the questions of exercise 8b. All the questions you can do very easily because everything has been explained. So you will do all the questions of exercise 8b. So all of you, bye, have a nice day.